What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing this fine day? It is now, what day is it? It's Wednesday, June 2nd. So we are now less than a week away from the brand new season of Fortnite. And that is pretty much all we're going to talk about in this show today is just Fortnite stuff. And I got a lot of ideas or hopes for the next season. Some thoughts on the current season as it's about to end. And we'll talk about all of it. Welcome to the Brad's Bad Show about games. My name is Brad, and I am not the secret identity of Cuddle Team Leader, or as she's now known, Mecha Cuddle Master. Because that is the June Fortnite Crew skin that we got this month. And I actually really like this skin. I don't have the original Cuddle Team Leader skin yet. It's one of the more expensive skins. And until I've got a nice little buffer there to afford to buy it, it's because just the stuff for legendary skins, it's a lot to spend on. But this is a nice alternative. And we got a little story for it too. The whole story that was building up for the whole previous month, we got in loading screens, one a week. And that was a cool little thing because we really didn't know because they had told us ahead of time for May, you get a freebie every Tuesday. And it was loading screens. And at first it was just Cuddle Team Leader. Everybody's like, what? What does this have to do anything? Then we see her building a suit. And I think people start, at that point people had started going like, maybe this is leading to something. Then we see the new suit. We get a little glimpse of the new suit in the third week of May. And it was really cool, and it teases some sci-fi-esque things, some skins in there that we haven't seen in game yet. And then the last week we got a full, just right there in the middle, standing ready to fight. Cuddle Master returns to the island after being, whisked away to an alternate reality, ready to rejoin the Battle Royale. That's the same, that last one is the same one where they apparently are teasing Loki. So, but that was a nice little story. I enjoyed the teases because everybody thought that this was teasing season 7 because we are now within a week of the new season. And it still could be. It could be both. It could primarily be to hype up this next skin, which I do hope they'll keep doing, like stuff like that. I don't want them to just drop the skins cold like they've done in the past. Like I liked when they did the Fox Clan girl, what's her name, V or Vi. There was a little bit of lore to that, but then it didn't go anywhere, But at least we got a little story showing, a character going on this adventure and then returning with a new look. And so the story's over, but, it's better than teasing something and then, not going anywhere with it. So that was cool. You could still get the Spotify premium deal now. I think it's 3 months free if you're subscribed to the crew. So that's cool. It's not as much stuff, I would say, in this pack as the last one, but they have a Save the World, which I haven't. I've tried to get into it. It's a little bit different and not super, not super worried about getting Save the World content out there. I've recorded some of it and just, I don't know. It's just, I prefer Battle Royale for sure, and I could see why it took off. I think I said that last time, but there she is. Very nice little skin. Very clearly Power Rangers influence, Super Sentai, because the reveal trailer for the skin was in Japanese. It had sort of like an anime-esque sound to it, or I guess the Super Sentai probably sounds like that too, because it's but because there's some Super Sentai anime stuff too. There's the giant robot shows and all. Those are sort of the same thing. in a way. Um, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. There's some similarities between like Super Sentai and Gundam, but they're kind of different. But anyway, um, speaking of which, the funniest thing in the world I saw the other day was, this is completely unrelated to Fortnite, but since I mentioned Gundam, I was in an Old Navy a few days ago. Haven't been anywhere in a long, long time. I'm fully vaxxed up, got my little mask on and everything. But I was just, going around, see what I could see. I walked past like the kids section, and right off the bat, like I noticed like the first few shirts that the little kids have with the little kid mannequin and all was a Dragon Ball Z shirt, a SpongeBob shirt, and then a Cartoon Network shirt with all the old retro Cartoon Network characters like Ed, Edd n Eddy and Johnny Bravo and Billy and Mandy and Courage. And I was like, dang, here I am, way too old for any of these shirts. But if I was a kid and they had these, I would want those shirts. But so I went and looked and just like out of curiosity to see what all kind of little shirts they have for the kids now. And I couldn't believe that I actually saw a Gundam shirt for little kids. Like, like that just kind of was like, wait a minute. They're advertising Gundam to kids now? And I guess, I don't know, like, I guess maybe if you want them to buy the figures, but I didn't think the little model kits where you build the Gundams were even popular here in the States. Let alone the fact that Gundam is literally an entire genre, or not genre, but Gundam as a whole is supposed to be an anti-war sort of message. So it's literally filled with like death and dying, and it's supposed to be a showcase of why humans should avoid war at all costs and never go to war. And basically, the entire lesson of Gundam is that it's just all war does is kill people. So I just thought that was pretty funny that you can actually, from Old Navy, you can buy a kid's Gundam shirt. So, what's next? An Evangelion shirt for kids? Ooh. Yeah. But, anyway, Mecha Cuddle Master. Really cool skin. And I guess before we move on to the Batman stuff, I guess I could give a quick ranking of the skins we've got so far. I think this is like the 7th one now. And I won't go into too much detail over it, but like I think everybody kind of agrees that the worst of the crew packs we've gotten so far was Green Arrow. All you got with that, and this is like not counting the V-Bucks because we get that every month, but just as a pack, I'm talking like the skin quality. Let me rephrase that a little bit because I didn't like the way I said that. I'm grading it solely on the cosmetics. So, Green Arrow, he doesn't look bad, but all you get is one skin, no variants. A pickaxe, no variants, and I will give them credit for making his pickaxe the boxing glove arrow because he uses that for sure. There was really nothing else you could have made that. I guess you could have maybe tried a bow, but that may have looked a little bit weird with the way they model the axes and stuff. And of course, you get his back bling, which is holds his arrows, and that's fine and dandy. But there's no variety, and you don't get a glider, you don't get a loading screen for him. You don't get a weapons wrap, a contrail, nothing. That's it. 3 items. There's no variants to them. I would have preferred at least that maybe they give you the option to swap over to classic or comic book version, the comic book version of Green Arrow. The way he looks in like Young Justice or Justice League, the cartoons. I mean, I like that look for him. But he looks like Robin Hood. Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. Instead of just having a hooded costume. I don't know. But definitely that seems to be the overwhelming opinion there, is that Green Arrow was the worst pack. What was the next worst pack, you would say? Maybe the Alley skin? I think people didn't like her hair. It's really, really long. I mean, I don't think there's, it's probably not bad. Like, you don't, the one thing I didn't like about that one is you don't get a glider. Like, none of these crew packs get gliders, though. I noticed that the other day. Not a one of them have had a glider yet. That, at least that I can remember. So I've been having to make do and give them gliders for other things from other packs. But it's not. It's just something. I wonder if that's got anything like. Is there a reason for that? But So I would say yeah, we'll rank the Alley skin. Again, that's not bad. Like at least the other skins give you more stuff. Like I do think she got like a weapons wrap, so that one's not bad. Who are some of the other ones? Uh, I guess in terms of overall quality, I would rank maybe Lambro next, even though I actually really like the Lambro skin. A lot of people didn't like that skin. I liked the rainbow colored, llama head guy. I don't know, there's something about him I like. And again, he didn't have a glider, but I actually had a glider that has a llama on it. I can't remember it's like the Llama Corn Express or something. I can't remember what it's exactly called. But when you use that glider, it's rainbow colored, sort of like him, so it kind of fits the rainbow motif, and it has a rainbow contrail coming out of the. It's not like a character contrail; it's just the contrail coming out of the glider. It's rainbow colored too, so it works really well with the Lambro set. Like I said, I really like the Lambro skin though. I think I'm in the super minority there, but I thought it was a good one, even though I guess just in terms of creativity, I would have to rank him lower. Uh, let's see, that's 3 of the 7 we've had. Who else? I'll rank Galaxia maybe next. Even though I liked that skin. I thought at first Galaxia, I thought like the crew skins were gonna be like important to the story, but they really weren't. And so when they showed Galaxia was revealed right before the Galactus event, and I thought the names were too similar that maybe, and it looked like the alternate version of Galaxia, the second version of her, looks sort of Galactus inspired because she has horns. And so I thought there was going to be some sort of like strange story where if you defeat Galactus, you summon Galaxia, who is an original character, and like she's supposed to be like an alternate version of Galactus from the Fortnite world or something. But I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that was the idea they went with. She's just a cool, celestial skin. But got a lot of stuff with that one. That was really exciting. I think I prefer the first version of her though, with the ponytail and her mouth and the lower part of her face covered. I like that version better. I forgot to mention Lambro didn't have any variations either, which didn't bother me because, like I said, I like the skin. But I guess that's we'll leave it at that. Who can we rank next? There's only 3 more. I guess I'll go with the Deimos skin next. Like it's really hard to rank these. I don't really like ranking them, to be honest. But I rank Deimos here because overall he's kind of bland. But I love the black and red color scheme. I love black and red. I hate that his glow in the dark version. There's 3 different versions of him. Is a red and black, a green and black, and then there's a second green and black that actually glows. And I wish they'd have done that with the red instead of the green, because like his loading screen is red, so that's the default version of him. So I interpret that as the main version of him. But anyway, I would rank him there. He gets a pickaxe and everything. I gave him Ghost Rider's glider because he doesn't get a glider again. But I think it works pretty well. I like that you could change his pickaxe from, you know, double-handed or single-handed. I think I have mine set on single, but I did that because I like his back bling. It's a big like cleaver, and it looks like if you do it the single hand pickaxe version, it looks like if he wanted to, he could reach with his other hand and grab his cleaver, and then he'd have that big knife and axe there, you know, and could come after you. Even though you can't do that, but uh, I guess second place I would put the Vi V skin because overall she was really good. Even though I think they dropped the ball with the lore thing, and then of course Cuddle Team Leader here, Mecha Cuddle Master. I think that's my favorite one so far, just because of the effort they put into building it up. And we got a nice little side story out of it, too. All that while the season is, you know, getting ready to wrap up, and there's a Batman event going on in a comic book. So that's just some thoughts right there on that. And I guess we can go right into the Batman stuff. Batman Fortnite issue 4 is out now, so you can get the Deathstroke glider. I have the skin too, so that'll be cool. I have not yet, as of this recording, recorded a Deadpool video for Fortnite yet. I still got a few days before the season ends, but Deathstroke will probably be the end of the season for me in terms of the 5 minutes of Fortnite videos. Probably not going to have the time to do another one. I just actually recorded Cuddle Master's video. We got to edit that later. But so the story goes, Batman has escaped the loop where he finds Deathstroke holding Catwoman hostage. And I think I covered this when they spoiled it. Somebody posted spoilers for this, but there were some interesting things that happened here. Anyway, we find out that, you know, Batman and the loop works by when you escape the loop, you don't really remember anything about it, but then suddenly your memories start flooding in from all of the rounds you spent in the loop. So every time you fought, you know, every fight, every death you experienced, you now remember, and it sort of it hits you all at once. So but none of them can remember who they were before they entered the loop. So they still don't remember each other, but they do remember everything they went through. Now, as you could tell from this image here, it turns out that Deathstroke. Oh, by the way, one of the cooler points of this, and from a storytelling perspective, is that Batman and Catwoman do not trust Deathstroke, and he tells them right away, "Hey, I'm not your enemy." And since they don't trust him, you know, they keep fighting him. But to prove that he's not their enemy, Deathstroke surrenders. And he puts his sword away. And he's like, I'm not trying to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I need your help. And he doesn't say I, he says we. And he points to all these characters here who are Fortnite original characters who have escaped the loop. One of which is Renegade Raider, who is from the first season, and she's apparently been on the island for almost 4 years, which matches up with the game's timeline from when it was released. So she's been hiding out here, exploring the island. She knows pretty much everything there is to know about it, or as much as she can know about it. And long story short, Batman takes over. They explore. They find the three vents on the island. They know that that it appears that the island is everything on the island is being manipulated. The island exists the way it does, and the events that have taken place on the island, like the big meteor event that I wasn't here for, but or Midas's device event, all those things are being orchestrated by somebody. And it could potentially involve deities based on some stone carvings they found, which is an interesting idea. But anyway, they break into the secret vaults that you can find on the island. There's 3 of them. Batman figures out how to get into them using a energy signal from the island, which, from what I understand, is the energy signal coming from the spire, which is where the 0 point is sealed away. So very possible that the 0 point is the source of energy for getting into these bunkers. So there's weapons, and there's even some giant golems down there, which appear to be powered by runes. And the runes in Fortnite are associated with Kevin the Cube. So I'm curious as to see if once this new season starts, now that we know that this is what's happening beneath the island, that maybe we can go down there now. And if we go down there, maybe there's some really good weapons down there, but you've got to fight the golems and get past them in order to go claim them. That would be adding a, high risk, high rewards sort of situation. But I'm not sure how that would work with some of the stuff that's being teased for Season 7. But who knows? This game's wild. Anything could happen. In all of this, Fishstick is fatally wounded, gives Batman some sort of device that he explains does something. I can't remember exactly how they worded it, but basically the device that Fishstick found would allow somebody to come to the island without entering the loop, meaning they would retain all of their memories of who they really are, and they wouldn't have been stuck in an endless fight like that. And he reveals that somebody in their group, the little band of misfits who escaped the loop, is lying about having been in the loop. They were never there. And so Batman now, as Fishstick dies, Batman is now aware that they have a traitor. They have an imposter among them. I can't say among us because I'm not there. But by the way, that was a free game. I think it's still free from Epic Games. If you haven't picked up Among Us, depending on when you're listening to this, go get that. Free to keep, from what I understand. Where was I at? Oh, so Batman now knows there's a traitor who's working for whoever controls the island. Somebody on that team is going to betray them at some point. Now, if I remember earlier spoilers, the obvious traitor would be Deathstroke. He's already a villain, but some people are skeptical that would be way too obvious, but considering the idea that nobody really remembers who anybody is, that would be a cover in the story. But because they don't know that, we know Deathstroke is a bad guy, but Batman and Catwoman don't remember him. So they've trusted him, even though they probably shouldn't have. They instinctively did not trust him originally, but he fooled them and lied about not knowing who he was or where he came from. So if he is the traitor, then he knows who they are, and he knows he's got to be very careful because Batman is so smart and Catwoman's pretty smart herself. So it would make sense in the story, even if it's super predictable. But anyway, so a lot of lore stuff revealed here. I actually do like this story. There's only 2 more issues out, and then we will, I guess, figure out how the island works. But what will this do for the game? So far, the only change we've seen that the comic has made to the game is Batman's little shed, and we've had the skins show up. There's not really been any major change to this, although there could be, based on the teases that are now being shown for Season 7, which literally just started happening right before I started recording this, and I'm going to get into them in a second. Anyway, do go check out this comic. It's really, really good. Or at least I really, really like it. May not be good to you, but I like what they're doing here. And like I said, I just want to see it affect the game more. We still haven't seen John Jones yet. I don't think the Joker's going to show up. I know. I think that's just not going to be how it goes. we're either going to get a tease at whoever's actually running this island, or John Jones is going to step in and save Batman from something. We haven't seen Harley in a bit. Who knows what she's doing? Deathstroke is the wild card, of course, but who knows what else could happen. Uh, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Uh, Moving on, before we get into the season 7 stuff, I think I would give a quick review of season 6, since there is only a week left, or less than a week now. This is Wednesday. On Tuesday, the new season starts. So I'll go ahead and give my review here, because I don't think there's going to be an event. There's not going to be a big end of season event this time. So just like how there really wasn't a big event for the end of season 3, the big event for the end of season 3 was that Mjolnir crashed into the island, and nobody could pick him up, or pick it up. It's the hammer. So although there are some things happening in the game that I haven't experienced yet, but I've seen the videos. It's exciting stuff. But anyway, season 6, it rolled in pretty strong. The introduction of the items, of the primal items and all, the having to craft your upgrades in certain cases with either bones or mechanical pieces, that was interesting, but it kind of got annoying at times. The primal weapons, they're pretty strong, but their accuracy kind of sucks. So anytime I could get one of the standard weapons, like the primal assault rifle, I'd ditch it immediately if I could find the standard assault rifle. I'd rather have, slightly better accuracy than a gun that's got a little bit more kick to it. But because there's been plenty of times where I've had a strong primal weapon, and just the low accuracy just annoyed me. But crap, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, they added raptors a few weeks in, and that was cool, and it seemed like they were going to give us a steady stream of content and new stuff through the season, but that kind of fizzled out after the raptors. The raptors were a big add, and they were a nice little obstacle because they were very quick and very strong, and basically if one got close enough to you and started doing damage, you pretty much were just gone in that game. There's nothing you really could do. And and really, really bad endings for the people who ran up on a pack of them, because last thing you wanted to see, was 3 raptors running at you. So anyway, supposedly animals are coming back. I don't know if there's going to be a complete, overhaul of which ones will be back, or if they're going to add to the map. Don't know yet. I had hoped at one point we would get a big T-Rex. Just one big T-Rex that spawns randomly across the island. You never know, where it's going to be. Basically, one hit, one bite, and you're gone. Maybe he's super slow, or maybe he's just as fast as you, or maybe a little bit faster like the other raptors, and you got to be real, real careful. That would have been really fun. Just would ruin a bunch of games for people, but the raptors already did that. Anyway, the island really didn't change a whole lot in terms of visuals. I like the primal color scheme where all the plants are red and brown instead of the bright green we're used to. But the functionality of the desert from the previous season, where the 0 point is just hanging out over this giant crater of sand, that the tunneling feature was just, that made that environment just way better, in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with the tunneling feature, and that's just missing in this season. I don't know, it's just like I like the stuff with Raz where he was a boss later in the season as part of the story where he you go obtained, part of his powers of the Spire or it had corrupted him. Um he's a tough boss fight too, but I'm not sure if I would prefer him over the Mandalorian who was just sort of, roaming the desert and would snipe you at a distance. So, I'm not sure. But battle pass wise, I think I don't know. This is a decent battle pass. I think I like if we want to go through the skins one by one. Tirana's not a bad skin at all. Um, I like the story behind Raz and the runic version of him that you unlock. Apparently, people were having trouble. There was some kind of bug in the mission to get him. So, if you reach a certain level in the battle pass before the season ends, Epic will give you the runic version of him later. I think at some point in the beginning of season 7, they will just give you that. But you got to reach a certain level first. Lara Croft, of course, you get 4 variants of her actually. The gold version of her is kind of a pain in the butt to unlock, but I managed to get it. I'm not sure which version of her do I think. I think the more recent version, modern Lara, I think looks the best. The 25th anniversary version of her, which is basically a modern take on her classic design, that's a pretty good one too. And I did find it funny that they put in like the PS1 or PS2 version of Lara, the sort of polygon look to her from the old limited graphics style of those older consoles. That's a fun variant to have. Agent Jones right there in the center. Really enjoyed doing the Jones challenges and getting all these different versions of Jonesy. The only version of Jonesy I'd had before this season was the Scuba Jonesy, and I'm like, hey, it's Jonesy, but I don't know, just didn't really feel all that special to me. It's just like, let's give him a little bit of a beard because this is a water theme, and we'll make him look sort of like Aquaman, but not really, and put him in a scuba suit, and there you go. And I'm like, there's already like a Scuba Jonesy. I can't remember what his name is. He has Jonesy's standard face, but it's like a swimmer version of him or something. I don't know. Cluck. There's a funny skin here. It gave me an excuse to put Billy Hatcher music in one of my videos, so probably not my favorite skin. I haven't gotten to use it with the black and red variant yet, and he gets a slurp variant for some reason. I don't know what the story is with that other than just to be very, very different. Spire Assassin's a cool skin. It reminds me of Iron Man a little bit on the Marvel season. There's a male version of the skin too, but I don't know. I was hoping, but well, I guess you could say maybe she's tied to the next season. Could be. Her suit clearly is fueled by the Spire, so I guess we'll see something there. And then last is Raven, as far as the standard part of the Battle Pass. Rebirth Raven here. I don't hate the Rebirth Raven style, but I'm just not familiar with that one. Luckily, you get classic Raven, who looks more like her traditional comic book attire. Is a little bit more closer to the Teen Titans cartoon look for her. Not exactly though, but you also get Rachel Roth or whatever that style is. I guess that's like a civilian name she gives herself, where she's in really, really casual clothes. Later, they added Beast Boy to this season to go along with her, so that was really nice. And then, of course, the secret skin this season was Neymar Jr., the big, soccer, football player, whatever you want to call it. I call it soccer because I'm from the U.S. But, again, not really a big fan of the making real people's skins, but... It's a nice looking skin though. The Puma transformation works pretty well. I like his emote that they give him, the hang time celebration. I like the little music with that. And it came with the soccer ball toy, which is the only one I have so far. So, again, if it wasn't for the fact that the skin's based on a real person, and I guess I wouldn't have felt so bad about it, but still, it looks good. Overall, though, I enjoyed the season, though it got old quick when after the Raptors, because then there was just nothing new to look forward to, and the Batman stuff only added Batman's shed to the island. Batman himself, none of these characters are on the island, so there's not really been any change whatsoever, other than like they've slightly forwarded up some of the cities and towns and stuff on the map. That was it. I mean, they changed some of the weapons out, but I mean, there's no big change. There's no, new bosses being added except for Raz, and that was storyline oriented, which was still it was good, but it is what it is. So I was really excited about the season when it started, but now that it's ending, I'm just ready to move on to the next season, especially with the theme that's going on. And so bad season, I don't know. I think the last season was stronger. At least at battle pass wise, the highlights of the battle pass in this one, even though I don't particularly hate any of the skins, highlights definitely having Jonesy, Raz is a highlight, Lara Croft is a highlight, Raven's a highlight. The other ones aren't bad either. It's just, not the strongest battle pass in my opinion. Still a really good one, but But anyway, I'm really looking forward now to getting into the season 7 stuff. This teaser has started showing up around, I think, in like Microsoft and PlayStation shop ads or like YouTube ads or something, and it just simply says they're coming. And you can hear like some alien language in the back. But if you look in the background, you can see the runes again. So I'm guessing that the runes are tied to alien culture, maybe ancient alien culture. Like the idea that maybe the island is being controlled by an alien race that actually is older than the universe or something like that. So I'm curious as to what that will be, but I want to know what the battle pass is going to look like. There's 8 skins. I would assume, since this is definitely going to be alien themed, we've already seen some of the other teasers in the game. Apparently, UFO abductions are already taking place in the game now, before the season is ended. I haven't seen anybody abducted in-game yet, personally, while I've been playing, but I have seen video of people who did manage to catch it on film. So it's happening. It's just very, very rare right now. But once the new season starts, I think it's going to be way more common. But like, one of the things I'm hoping is that we will see some alien races in this. There already is one alien. Apparently, the foreshadowing thing already said that there's been an alien on the map for years. So aliens won't be a new concept to Fortnite, but an invasion is coming of some sort. Or like an alien civilization is either coming to take over the Fortnite world and maybe take control of the 0 point, or these were the people who were here first and they're coming back to reclaim their island. So that could be an interesting idea. Like, instead of an alien invasion being that like these are people from another place coming to take this one for themselves, or the twist being that this is the civilization that founded the island in the first place. They're coming home. They're not trying to make a home. This is their home, and we're the invaders. That could be a nice little twist to it. That Batman comic could potentially be hinting at that too. But like I said, I'd like to see some non-humans in the battle pass. That would be really cool. We've already had a few non-humans as far as like alien, like Predator was the secret skin from the last game. The Xenomorphs, aliens as well. possibly those could have been some big teases for this season of these multiple kinds of aliens showing up. I kind of feel bad now that I don't actually have the Xenomorph skin. I never bought that one. So we're about to have an alien-themed season, and I don't have the skin of the monster from the Alien movies, even though it's two different things. You know, the theme is just generic alien, so extraterrestrials coming in. So, who knows? But I'm definitely looking forward to this new season to see what all is going to be changed. You know, there's always a big map change of some kind, even though most of the map stays the same, it seems, no matter what the theme is. Like I said, hoping we'll get some alien skins. I guess Jonesy could be in this pack too, or in this set too. I mean, he's trapped in the loop. So as of this moment, the Foundation and Jonesy are both in the loop. Suppose maybe they could get out. The Dr. Sloan lady was mentioned in the foreshadowing stuff. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But we won't have to wait long. But that's all I got, really. Just to be excited about a new season. It's always exciting to see. Because we'll get a ton of new skins revealed in when the leakers go in and they look through all the data and stuff. So there'll be some surprises for sure. And I'm just really happy about it. The fun thing about that is that this will be a nice way to kickstart E3, because right before that E3 starts on the 12th, and the big Summer of Games thing will be going around through this month too, through the summer. This happens, the new season starts, and then 4 days later, the first day of E3. So, an exciting time for sure. I can't wait to see all the new stuff that's coming. I believe Epic will be making some kind of big announcement regarding Fortnite at E3. So, who knows what that could be? I mean, I'm not sure if they've done this at a point where they have just launched a new season with E3 right there behind it. So, I guess we'll have to see. So who knows? But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I think in the next recording I'm going to do, might even do that as soon as I take a little break from sitting here. I'm going to go over what I'm looking for out of E3. Not really doing any predictions or anything, but, we'll talk about what I want to see. But that's all for this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe and share with your friends. I've had a lot of new subscribers in the last few weeks because of my Fortnite Gangnam Style Deadpool video. I've got another one of those music videos. I just finished it this morning. That will drop on June 8th along with the new season. So if you're watching me for that, I'm hoping that maybe with Fortnite, Fortnite will be the big talk on the 8th. So hopefully people will see that and it will take off, pretty quickly. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time.